Okay, it is Friday, December 23rd. So tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so I'm just reminding you guys, you better get out sometime later today and start your shopping, like me. I did go to Quick Trip and get a croissant and some coffee, and I picked up a little present, a boot with flowers, for my sister-in-law. So I got her taken care of. And I got ready to go riding and get some gift certificates for the boys. And like a real weirdo, I actually bought presents for my wife weeks ago. It's crazy. Usually I don't start till now. I don't know, you get old and you start getting weird, I guess. But anyway, things are looking good. I didn't get anything done yesterday afternoon. In the morning I got the spindles and the rotors and the A-arms and got a lot of stuff done on both of these. I went home for lunch, and our dishwasher has been kind of a pain. I'm one of these guys who I buy something, and if it doesn't work, I just fix it. I don't return stuff. I don't, go nuts and call the salespeople or whatever and demand that they come out and make it right. I just fix it. And I'm sure it's under warranty. It's only 2 years old, and it just quit working. And it's a GE. So I replaced the main board in it, which did nothing. So then I ordered a user interface board, which goes on the top of the door. Replaced that, and that turned out it was the problem because the old one had some burn marks in it. But you have to set the personality. And mine's a GDT 605. I memorized that number. And they send you a board that fits all their washing machines, except mine. It's the only model not listed, and you have to set the personality for every machine. Well, I had to guess, and after 3 hours of guessing, I got everything to work, except now it won't turn on because it thinks the door's open. And it won't let the thing run. So I had to order another board. Hopefully that'll fix it. And I ordered a door latch sensor. I'm running out of parts to put in this thing. But I got done with that at 4:45. So I came down to the shop here to shut the lights off. Didn't get anything done. So today I came in a little earlier, and I'm working on, I got the fork tubes cut off, and I got my little unit welded in the end here for all of them. Got 4 of those done. So this is what I do is I cut 10 inches off the gold wing. For the gold wing, there's 10 inches. And the rest of it goes in the dumpster. The sliders and the rest of the tube, the springs and all that, it goes right in the recycle bin. And my steel guy comes and gets it, and it goes into a big melting pot or someplace, I don't know. People wonder, why don't you sell this stuff? Well, I can probably give it to Sport Wheels, and they would probably list it and sell it, but so much of this stuff is just, it's really kind of worthless. I mean, most people take those off and throw them away because they put a different style on or something, or they change something. I had a guy yesterday who wanted me to ship him a front wheel to Rhode Island, and I said, I would probably charge him $100 for the wheel with the tire and everything, and it would cost $150 to ship it. Plus the hassle of boxing it up and labeling it. No, they go right to the salvage yard. And I don't sell anything really on eBay anymore. I've been on eBay for about 15, maybe 18 years now. And I used to buy and sell a lot. Mainly buy. I still buy a lot on eBay. Because it turns out, like Gearhead World, it's cheaper for me to buy through eBay and more convenient than to deal direct with them. Even though I'm buying from the same company, I'm just using eBay as the in-between. It just works out. So I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. And the shocks, I get Progressive shocks. I get the best deal on eBay because Summit Racing and all those, they all have eBay stores. So it's just really convenient. But I don't really sell. They change their the algorithms now. If you're a buyer, you're in safe mode. you can buy something, it can be perfectly fine, and you can contest and say that it didn't fit your expectations or whatever, and eBay won't even look at it. They won't even study it. They automatically refund your money. And then it's up to the seller to try to get his stuff back. And you can't leave negative feedback, so you're kind of in this weird spot where people can rip you off and there's nothing you can do about it. And eBay doesn't care, because they make the majority of their money on people buying stuff, not selling stuff. So they don't care. That's really kind of, I'm not the only guy who came up with it. There's other people warning you to watch, selling on eBay because of that. So, so I don't really sell much. It's kind of a hassle, it really is. You have to be kind of geared up for it. You got to have, all the packaging stuff and all that. And I've never had a problem on eBay. I think I probably had maybe one or two dissatisfied customers who can't read. I listed some monotubes, and I sold them for $100 for the pair, but right in the listing it said I didn't have the top caps. That you have to, I had one of them but not the other, and they're threaded. Well, all you have to do is run a tap into it, and it's fine. It'll work. You just take your existing one. If you look at the existing caps on your fork tubes, which are these things, one of them is threaded because there's a rod that hooks it. The other one is exactly the same, it just doesn't have the threads. So you just have to thread the wire. So I put it right in the description. The guy protested right away. He said I sent him the wrong part, that one of them doesn't fit. So I sent him a note back saying, you just need to tap it out. And he didn't like that idea, so I just told him, you know what, just keep them. I'll refund your money, I don't want them back, just keep them. Because it's too much of a hassle to, have them ship it back, and then I'm going to deal with another person, and I'm probably not going to, I'm probably lucky to even break even on the first sale, so yeah, I just don't do it anymore. It's kind of a sad deal, in a way. And Marketplace is a whole different game. That's a game of, do you still have it? So you get 3,000 of those, and then can I come look at it, and they never show up. And if you want to buy something and you send them a note saying, I'm really interested, can I come look at it? Well, there's crickets in the background. And then maybe about 3 days later they get back to you and they have some excuse that, they were at a, mud wrestling tournament or something and they missed your conversations. So, the worst is when you're selling something and you get the 600, do you still have it? And then you say yes and you never hear from it again. I think people just automatically just click on it just to see if it's, and you put it right in the listing. I will not respond to, do you still have it? If it's here, it's for sale. If it's not here, it's not. But they don't read the description. I've had people get on my website and there's an email thing on my website, so you have to actually go into the website, go into the contact, and then fill out the little thing, and I'll get questions like, do you have any pictures of bills you've done? Well, there's 2,000 or 3,000 of them on my website. You were just there. In fact, when you open up the website, there's a picture. It's just nuts. I don't know what the deal is. I guess, maybe people are too busy. They're multitasking and they don't have time to read or whatever. So that is something. So anyway, getting right into Christmas spirit, aren't I? Yeah, we got grandkids coming over. Got a slug of them. Let's see, what do we got? 8. 7 boys, 1 girl. Think that girl gets special treatment? At least for me, she does. Cute kid too. So they range anywhere from, we got triplet boys who are now 12, which would be 36 years of combined childhood experience. And then let's see, we got 12, and then we got a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, 7-year-old, 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I'm probably missing somebody in the mix here, but anyway, they range. We got a range of grandkids. So first thing tomorrow morning, I have to hide all the remotes because we discovered that if the remotes are available, you'll never find them again. I don't know what these kids do with them, but they're under the couch, in cushions. They run upstairs and put them in the refrigerator. And I just bought a couple remotes because we can't find them, and I'm thinking they're somewhere under the Christmas tree. So that's one of my projects, is hide remotes. And then probably next week I'll be doing home remodeling. We'll see. We'll see how Christmas goes. Anyway, it'll be fun. It's fun. Everybody gets together and we all get along. So that's good. So I hope everybody that's watching this has a nice Christmas. I hope you all stay healthy. You know, that's a big deal nowadays. You want to not be sick. And get together and get along, and do not talk politics. You bring up politics, it's not gonna go well. We definitely stay away from such things. Although in my family, we're all on the same side. Everybody's on the same side, and my neighbors are on our side. Everybody's on the same side, so that's good. But if you're not, you avoid that like the plague. Politics and religion. Yep, you stay away from those two things, because you can't discuss, you can only argue. Learned that many years ago. So anyway, Christmas. The spending spree is coming to an end. So, what's next on the agenda here? Well, I got to get these guys installed, and I got to build the steering columns and tie rods and anti-sway. I got the wheels. We should maybe take a look at those, as long as we're discussing wheels. I guess we're discussing wheels. So as you can see, I've got the spindles and brake rotors and calipers on both of these. They're looking pretty good. I got these wheels for this one. They were supposed to be chrome. They're listed as chrome. This is not chrome. This is black chrome. So I can still use them. I may not use them on this bike because that's not good. And then I got the identical ones over here, which are black. And those go on this one, which will be just fine. They're a bright, shiny black, which matches this. It does not match the back wheel, because the black back wheel is flat. But I think that's okay, because you know, the gold rings, you can't barely see the back wheel anyway. So anyway, I got that done. So the steering columns are going in. Yeah. So wheels will go on. I hope to get the wheels on. My goal was to get the wheels on today, and I think I'll make it. By noon I should have, yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. I think by noon I'll have all the parts in the oven, and then right after lunch I'll do the quick assembly on them, get the wheels on. I get to use my tire changer to put 4 tires on. Well, 2 for sure. I'm going to do the black ones. The ones for the other bike, I have different rims already mounted those. So we'll go ahead and spin those on. Then she'll be wheels up. I talked the other day about these lifts. Let me bring up another point on these lifts. Obviously I use them for trikes, so I had to do a modification here. I bring the bike in, I actually have this guy, Harbor Freight, that I hook on there. If you look here, I welded a couple bolts here, which fit right into these 2 holes here. So I just put a clamp on here, drive the bike in, and she sits in this thing until I get it strapped down. Then, when I go to the trike, I have this guy. And if you have a lift, doesn't matter if it's Harbor Freight or what it is, you can build this. These are just bigger 1.25" angle iron. So I put them on the lift on each side, clamp them real tight. And then I just lay, you can use pipe, you can use some strap stuff. This is 1-inch square material, spaced, I think this whole thing is 18 inches, and I just space these out and weld them on there. And in the process, it actually ends up to be a snug fit. So when you put it on there, I actually have to take a hammer and tap it down, so it fits pretty snug. And then, you know, both wheels sit on there, so it makes a nice level platform. If they don't fit real tight, it's still okay, because here again, you know, you've got this much width to support it, so it sits really good. So that works out pretty nice. I made two of them, one for the other lift, one for this one, and yeah, she gets the job done. So that's just kind of something you can slap together real quick, and like I say, you don't want to use conduit or anything like that, but if you have some pipe, or if you have some, even angle iron, you lay it with the pointed side up, you know, you could build the whole thing out of angle iron. But I built out of this just because I have it here. So that's something, you know, I've got behind me here is all these jigs, and I got some on the floor here. Basically everything I do, I have a template that I use to build the stuff, so that every single bike I do is essentially the same. You know, they all have the same measurements and everything. I got the A-arm thing there, I got the side frame there. That's for setting the little metal pieces that attach the two frames together. Down here I've got a jig for bending the hood. All kinds of stuff, you know, that's what you do. If you don't have computerized equipment, you build templates. So I'm going to go back to work. This will be the last chat before Christmas.